Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the 144,000, the elect of the nation of Israel, their teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, your pride is turning into mourning. And this is pretty much a spirit that's intensifying here in America, contrary to the spirit that these people are dwelling in now, which is a peace and safety, pride and arrogancy, love and happiness, and fucking partying and bullshit, which all those things is ultimately going to take a back seat once the spirit of the Lord starts to rest upon this place, in which his spirit is ultimately going to bring forth troublesome times to this land, man. Tell you how, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You seeing those troublesome times is ultimately going to bring forth suicidal thoughts here in this society. And if you don't have the words of Yahweh by Hashem Shai, you're a so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indian, where that spirit of suicide is ultimately going to rest upon you because you're going to lack clarity, man. The Lord tell you how there should be the stress of nations with perplexity. So that stress on top of you not having answers to what's taking place here in the planet Earth, or ultimately having resources, because the resources and the society is going to be so far out of reach, it's going to drive a lot of people to commit suicide, and that spirit in itself is going to continue to intensify. It tell you how suicide in the U.S. hit historic high in 2022, driven by an increase among older adults. It tell you more than 49,000 people died by suicide in 2022 across the country, the highest tally recorded for the nation, according to federal figures, you see. So, hey, look, it says it is the latest evidence of troubling trend in the U.S., because ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Shai is resting upon this place. The Lord tell you how I think not that he come to send peace on the earth. He came not to send peace, but a sword. You see, you can consider a sword as a cunning instrument, and the Lord is pretty much cutting off the resources and the stability of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, in which that's where have you people in that spirit of peace and safety. And once the stability of the so-called white man goes away, then ultimately you're going to be left without, man, because if you don't have the stability of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, which comes in the form of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, well, you're going to be pretty much bearing of faith, man. And ultimately, it's going to drive you to commit suicide, because the things that's about to take place in the earth is not at all what the people have at all looked for, man. Nor has it entered into the minds, nor are the people here in this society are concerned with the things that's about to come down the pipes here in America, man. But it's ultimately going to drive you to commit suicide. That's how bad the times is going to be. Tell you real quick, 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. Difficult times will come. It says, this know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. You see, you go into that word perilous, Strong's G5467. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, and savage. You see, you go into the root word, it says through the idea of reducing the strength. And that's what's reducing here in America, the strength of this place, man. You see the American dream, the lavish living, lifestyles and parties, all those things is losing their strength, man. Like holidays, family gatherings, Christmas and Thanksgiving, all those things is ultimately losing strength. You seeing you coming into times of difficulty, man. You see, it says through the Strong's definition, through the idea of reducing the strength, difficult, dangerous, or furious, fierce, and perilous, man. You see, so this is the condition that that this society is going to be in once the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai rest upon this place, man. And if you don't have the stability, well, you're going to be left without clarity. Ultimately, the stability is going into this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Real quick, this is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. He said, and wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. You see, because ultimately this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to navigate you to salvation, man. You see, because every doctrine leads you to a destination. So if you cleave into America, well, that doctrine, might just lead you to commit suicide, man. Especially if you're a so-called Black, Latino, Native Indian, which you the biblical Israelites, whether you like it, believe it, want to receive it or not, and your refusal to receive it, can potentially lead you to commit suicide, man, because, the Lord tell you how this place is not your rest, especially to you, this place is not your rest, and it'll destroy you even with a sword destruction. So you being groomed and likened into an American and you're an Israelite, well, the Lord is going to come down on you even more, man. And you're going to dwell in torments even more because Esau Edom is geared to wage war towards you. This man makeover is to ultimately come down on the children of Israel. So you being made likened unto this, man. This nigga is only going to kill you, man. You see? So again, he said wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You see, and to ultimately get these treasures is to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua first and foremost. Then when he revealed the mysteries, the secrets unto you, in which that concerns the faith of America. But not knowing what's about to take place here in this society, it ultimately puts you in the dark, and that dark is going to lead you to that dark is going to lead you to death, for the lack of better terms, because you don't know which way to step, man. You see? And real quick, let's go here. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. In verse 25, it's saying there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations, in which this is a part of the return of Yahweh Shah. You're going to have the stress of nations, man. And that stress is going to intensify here in America once the convenience and the comfort is took away, man. Because right now, America is known as the Lady of Kingdoms, the glory of nations. But soon, the Lord is going to turn this place upside down. And you're not going to have pleasure in being in America, man. Because things is going to get hard, man. Hard to bear, hard to take, and hard to approach. Going into the word perilous. You see? So suicide is going to ultimately intensify. Yeah, he said, and upon the earth, the stress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, which the sea and the waves is going into the people causing uproar, man. You see? And it's all going to be through that stress and that perplexity, man. Because upon that stress, one thing that relieves stress is clarity. But once the clarity is not there, then that stress is ultimately going to morph into a nigga just losing it, man. And that's what you're going to have taking place in America. A lot of people are just going to be fucking losing it, man. You see? You go into that word perplexity. Strong's G640. It says, matter of fact, it's going to the root word. It says to be without resources. Strong's G639 says to be without resources, to be in straits, in which to be in straits is to be in the level of difficulty, man. To be left wanting. Yeah, it's like he tell you in the book of Lamentations that the people were going to be stricken through for the wants of the fruits of the field. To be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, to be at loss with oneself. You see, be in doubt. Yeah, to be at loss with yourself, man. You're going to lose yourself, man. A nigga got all these high morals and, I stand on this, I stand on this. Well, also, you're going to lose all that shit, man. You see, because the shit that you wouldn't do, you probably going to do 10 times more than that. Once this economy start to go down and you don't have the stability of your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to lose yourself, man. You see, he said not to know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. It says, the Strong's definition, it says to have no way out, be at loss mentally. And this is what's going to drive you to commit suicide, because you're going to be lost mentally, man. Stand in doubt, be perplexed. And one thing that can keep you from being lost mentally is to cleave to your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because the Lord brings you clarity on the program that he's going to have being played out here in the planet Earth, man. So that's why he tell you to fear not thy worm Jacob. For I am with thee, I will help thee, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. He also tell you in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, to fear not, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this is just the road to the kingdom, man. Things like this has to unfold before we enter into the kingdom. Tell you in Acts, I believe that's the 14th chapter. Through much tribulation shall you enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That gold being tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. It's the Sirach, the 2nd chapter. So these things ultimately has to play out here in the planet Earth. You see, and the clarity is that we know. But the flip side of the coin is, for a nigga who don't know, well, you're going to be dwelling in torments. You're going to be at loss with yourself. That spirit of perplexity is going to take hold of you because you wasn't looking, nor was you concerned about the things that was going to take place here in the planet Earth. Concerning the prophecies of the Lord. Yeah, verse 26 is tell you how men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heavens shall be shaken. Yeah, and if the powers are shaken, how much more for the people that's being made likened unto the powers, man? Tell you that he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be likened unto him. So you ultimately being groomed like an American by way of the mind, you're going to get the same fate as an American, man. You see? But this is the reality that's going to play out, man. Fearful times. You see, real quick. That's going to ultimately lead this place barren of faith, man. And that's going to cause suicide to intensify, man. You see, he says, 2nd Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as cometh the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Yeah, a lot of people are going to start dying, man. A lot of family members, loved ones, close friends, relatives, homeboys, homegirls, childhood friends. A lot of people are going to start to die off, man. You see, he's saying the way of truth shall be hidden and the land shall be barren of faith, you see? So once the truth is hidden, perplexity is going to intensify. You see, he said, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly, man. You see? And this is what the spirit of Yahweh Shai is ultimately going to bring forth. We tell you how there's no peace at all to the wicked, man. You see? So the flip side to peace is destruction, man. Mourning, weeping, hollering, crying. And this is the reality that's about to play out here in America, in which these are the beginning stages of it. The suicide rate increasing, man. And it's only going to intensify because the people don't have the stability of Yahweh Shema Shai, which comes in the form of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding this on display, man. That's why the Lord tell you, and this is only to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, which you the biblical Israelites. It's a warning to you to repent and return to the Lord before the evil days come. Because, this is the good doctrine. You see, that's able to pretty much keep your soul, man, to preserve you. You see? What is it? It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. He said, remember not thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, in which right now will be the days of thy youth, while it's still early, man. He say, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw not, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, and it's your pride being turned into mourning, because right now a nigga loving it in America, man. Despite the inflation, despite pestilences erupting, despite war intensifying in the earth, a nigga can still find a way to say he love America, man. All the GMO foods and moles everywhere. A nigga love it here, man. But that's because he's not hip to the things that's about to take place. You see, he say, why the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, which is a form of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding being on display. Nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day where the keepers of the houses shall tremble, And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And those that look at the windows be darkened. Yeah, no hope, man. And this is ultimately going to be the reality of America soon. You know, you're going to look out of the windows and it's going to be darkened, meaning it's not going to be no hope. The American dream is ultimately going to circle the dream, and the niggas not going to have hope in the American dream no more. You see, but it's only a matter of time before these things intensify, because this is what's coming down the pipes, man. You know, real quick. This the book of 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Yeah, you see, because a nigga can't see afar off, man. You see, they can only behold what's in front of them. And that's dangerous, because ultimately the so-called white man has put a false reality in front of you, and you living it up in it, man. Not knowing that the true reality, which is found within the scriptures, is about to come into your, it's going to pretty much manifest into this realm, man. You see, and you're going to be met by the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is going to come through prophecy, man. Nigga going to get consumed in prophecy because you wasn't looking for it. You see? And when your family start to get consumed, your children, your loved ones, you're going to be driven to commit suicide because that spirit of perplexity is going to intensify. You know, then you're going to be barren of faith. You're going to be helpless, hopeless. You see? Real quick. Just to grab the title of the lesson. This the book of Baruch, chapter 4. In verse 32. He said, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Yeah, speaking of America, it says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruins and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude. Yeah, the Lord coming forth with that sword. And her pride shall be turned into mourning. You see, the pride of this place is turned into mourning. Look at all the suicide faces, man. All the Edomites up there, man. They committed suicide. You got a couple Jakes. But you see, man, the pride is turned into mourning, man. It's only going to intensify. Look at that. The spirit of the devil, man. And it's only going to intensify, man. The Lord is going to wipe this place clean. You see, but you're seeing the beginning stages of it, where the Lord is cutting off the stability, the comfort, and convenience that drives America, man. And soon this place is going to be dwelling in torment. You know, but I just wanted to speak on that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, Lord Williams, edifies to the elect, to those seeking salvation through our Lord Yahweh Shai. I always give honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rahak Shalom.